Is the United States a divided country today? And how do we reunite people? That's what we're covering today. My name's Costa Michaelidis, and I am running for the United States House of Representatives in New York District 3. Let me throw up a map for you real quick. So that's where we're running, and if we win, we'll represent that district in the United States House of Representatives starting next year. So what we're covering today are 5 guidelines for how to make America indivisible again, how to repair democratic discourse, and how to get back to a situation where our conversations about politics are productive and healthy and not divisive and polarizing. So we'll go through that in a minute, but we do have a special treat. There's a bunch of friends in the studio today who are joining us today, which is kind of awesome. So thanks to everybody who's here. That's really great. Okay, so let's go through these rules. The first one is attack ideas, not people. It's okay to attack ideas. In fact, it's really helpful. That's how ideas grow. That's how they become more resilient, more flexible, and better. But don't attack people. Don't say you're being naive. Say your idea might be a little naive. Here's how we can make it better and serve to improve ideas. Second rule, demonstrate understanding before debating. Right? You want to be able to demonstrate to someone who you're having a conversation with that you understand their point of view. Doing that will enable them to demonstrate the same for you, and then you can have a productive conversation, right? So before engaging the debate, demonstrate to someone, tell them what you heard them say, and demonstrate that you understand them. By the way, demonstrating you understand someone doesn't mean you agree with them necessarily. It just shows them that you've heard what they've said to you. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is listen. And it's in big block letters because it's really important. You have to actually listen to someone when they are speaking to you about something that's important to them, like with real curiosity. Okay? So listen, that one's really important. Rule number 4, and by the way, really important, not just in conversations about politics, but in life, in relationships, like really listen to one another. Rule number 4, don't get locked into only having 2 choices. Don't ever believe that there's only this way or that way. There's always more than 2 choices. There's a 3rd, 4th, 5th. There's hundreds of different ways to solve the problems that we face in the public sphere, in government, and elsewhere. So don't get locked into thinking we have choice A or B and that's it, right? There's much more than that. And rule number 5, don't let your ideology blind you. It's okay to have ideals and high standards, but when you really narrow the approach you take to problem solving and you only ever try to solve problems one way, you limit yourself tremendously. And it becomes really hard to collaborate with you when you constantly try and tell people there's only one way to do things. So don't get married to your ideology, right? Have high standards, but don't get stuck in your ideology. So those are the 5 guidelines that we've got for how to help make America indivisible again. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you use them. But we have a cool opportunity with some people in the studio, so if anybody wants to come share an experience, cool. Frank, you want to give us your full name?
My name's Frank Bold.
And what do you do?
I'm a playwright.
Awesome.
And director,
Very cool.
theater director.
Will you share an experience with us about a time, either a positive one or a negative one, when you had a conversation about politics and that was either divisive or it wasn't?
Yes. So actually, I remember one time I was on vacation in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And what happens when you're on vacation is when you meet other Americans, you automatically identify with them and you say, hey, let's hang out, you know? So I met another American guy from Texas, and the whole day we were absolutely cool with each other. We're talking about family, we're talking about American life, until we got to the point of politics. As soon as he told me, as soon as he said, okay, I'm a Republican, and I admitted that I was a Democrat, the shift began to... It just shifted immediately. We hated each other after that, as a matter of fact. Like, the people that were around us, he was with his family, I was with mine. They had to actually separate us once politics got into the equation. Wow. So one thing that I realized is that he's someone that I'd love to have a beer with, but as soon as politics came into the play...
You couldn't engage the conversation more.
That's it. I didn't even want to talk to him after that.
I get it. And I've had those moments, too. Anybody else in the room?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. So Frank, for you, do you think any of this would have made a difference? Do you think, like, if you were able to demonstrate that you understand his point of view, or if he was able to listen to you or whatever, you know?
I love the idea of attack ideas, not people. Because at the time, I was still in college, and he was a business owner. So he was only speaking from the terms of taxes, and he was speaking in terms of, you know, from the perspective of someone who owns a business. I was just speaking in terms of someone who went to college and just based off of ideology. So if I just listened to his ideas instead of looked at his ideas as if they represented who he was as a person, I think the conversation would have went further, and we probably would have still been friends today.
Cool. I hear that, man. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. So cool. All right. So once more, my name's Costa Michaelides. You can learn more about our campaign at costa2018.com. So that's COSTA 2018.com. I'll put a link in the description of the video. Also, I'm running independent. I'm not running as a Democrat. I'm not running as a Republican. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's so important to bring people together across a very divided, very partisan situation right now, that I think the way to do that is to be independent. Not to wear team blue colors or team red colors, but to say, hey, I'm here, I am beholden to the American people and the American people alone, and that there are good ideas on the right and there are good ideas on the left, and if we bring those together, we can start to build some really meaningful solutions to a variety of different challenges we're facing right now as a country. Thanks for watching this. We'll definitely be making more videos about the campaign, and the number one thing for us is listening to people. So if you want to email us, if you want to find me on Twitter, if you want to engage with our campaign in any way, shape, or form, the first responsibility of a representative is to listen to people and to understand them. So please reach out anytime. Hope you tune in again. Thanks very much.